Hey, welcome to the channel. Welcome back if you've been here before. I'm the Urban Seer, and welcome to today's reading where we take a look at what blessings are coming towards you. Life can be hard and full of challenges and moments that test our strength. But even in the toughest times, the universe is always working behind the scenes, bringing in light, healing, and opportunities. And in this pick a card reading, it's here to help you focus on the positives and the blessings that are on their way to you. As usual, it's a pick a card reading, so I've chosen the 3 different decks here, and from each deck I've chosen the star card. The star card felt appropriate as the deciding card because it represents hope, renewal, and divine blessings. So let's take a look. Group number 1. This is the deck, every little thing you do is magic, and this is the star card from there. Group number 2, we have the Modern Witch Tarot deck, the star card from there. And group number 3, we have the Guardian of the Night Tarot deck, the star card from there. So let's take a breath, center yourself, and choose the card that calls to you the most, and trust your intuition. It will lead you to the messages that are meant for you, and you'll find your reading in the description box below. Love and light. Hey group number 1, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the star card from the deck, every little thing you do is magic. Which to me always looks like it's like the all-seeing eye. It's like having a higher perspective, a perspective on a broader view, a deeper knowing as well from this card. Let's dive into the rest of your tarot cards though. So I've obviously shuffled and picked them already, and let's dive into placement number 1, which is the unexpected blessing that is coming your way. So it may be a surprise, something that you may have not seen coming, but will be deeply appreciated when it does arrive. And we have the Ace of Swords. So the Ace of Swords is about some kind of communication, is what I see coming through for you. So this could be news that you've been waiting on, communication that you've been hoping to come through from a particular person maybe. And with this message, it will, we say this is a blessing, so it will be deeply appreciated, which means that it will be positive in nature for you. It will bring a positive outcome, is what I see, what I feel. It will bring you some clarity, I think, is what you've been longing for. So if you felt it's almost like I can see a vision of fog, so mist and fog. The pathway has not been clear, things have felt murky, maybe emotions have felt very murky because of this, because if we haven't got a clear way forward, can you see in this card how we're able to see through the horizon, see across the mountains, see our future and the path ahead, and to have that in place. And to know that brings, us humans, our souls, some security that we need and some direction. And without that, it can be very unnerving and it can unmoor us. So yeah, this is the blessing, the Ace of Swords, this communication, which will, because it's an ace as well, this talks about new beginnings and fresh start. So it will set off some kind of a new road for you, a new path, or clear the fog to create the path becomes clear of where you need to move to next. Okay, really nice energy, crisp, clean, clear, something that maybe has been lacking and missing for you, I see and feel. So news, information, communication. Let's move on to placement number 2, which is the gift of growth placement. This card represents a blessing that will help you evolve, whether spiritually, emotionally, or materially. It's a gift that pushes you towards your highest potential. Really interesting placement. And we have the beautiful Nine of Pentacles. For some of you, this can be financial because it comes through as Pentacles. So it's about financial freedom and financial independence. This card can be. For some of you, it can be more emotionally talking about some newfound stability. The 9 comes just before the 10 of Pentacles, and the 10 is like a completion of reaching that highest goal, about stability, the kind of ideal life where we have the job in place, the relationship in place, whatever your goal is, whatever your drive is. And this 9 of Pentacles is very in line with that kind of energy. We see the sun is shining on this beautiful fish here deep in the water. So there's a certain security about this card. It's also about nurturing yourself, this card as well, about looking after yourself and treating yourself really in a way. If this was self-care, it might manifest as it's about taking a moment to pat yourself on the back about how far you've come. So it's not so much of a, sometimes this position, it can push us and stretch us, but I feel like for you, group number 1, it's more necessary for you to actually nurture yourself and take a moment to reflect on how far you've come, all the work that you've done, all this, look at all these beautiful shells and jewels in a way that you've collected, and pat yourself on the back is what I see, and nurture yourself and acknowledge how far you've come. Maybe you don't credit yourself enough, okay? So this is an area of personal growth for you to acknowledge, actually maybe be a bit kinder to yourself. If you're quite hard on yourself, always push, push, push. Yes. Let's move on now to the final placement, which is how to receive your blessings. Even the greatest gifts require openness and alignment. This card will show us how to welcome and embrace the blessings heading your way. It's so true that not many people talk about actually sometimes even the challenges of being able to open and receive, particularly if we're someone who is naturally a giver, give, it can feel unnatural and slightly uncomfortable for us to receive. So let's see what this brings through. 6 of Cups, beautiful card. So this card is always connected to the past in some way. 6 of Cups is a nostalgic card, okay? So this could be healing a part of you, I feel like an old self, healing some hurt or wounded part of us that was left in the past. It could go back as far as childhood, or it could be in a particular situation that you've been through. A wound, I feel, that has occurred and needs to be healed. 6 of Cups is about our emotional well-being, our hearts, yes. This feels connected to this Ace of Swords information as well that has come through. I feel like this will be part of the catalyst to begin this healing process. We've already seen that maybe nurturing yourself needs to become more of a priority. This can be connecting, for some of you, this can be connecting with someone from the past as well. The 6 of Cups is a card of nostalgia, a card of the past, really. So whoever that may be, Could be family, could be a romantic interest, could be an old friend who was very valuable to you that somehow comes back into your life and you're able to reconnect, and there's some healing in that. Can you see how this is like a family? Or to me it could also be, you know, you're getting younger in age, like however far back you need to go from where we are now to our old self, to our even older self. So this is in the placement, how to receive your blessing is to be open to going back to those places, I guess, within ourselves, our younger selves, revisiting certain things that can bring pain. But we can, if we can look at our old selves, our inner child for some of you, and feel their pain and what they went through, and offer them some healing and have some breakthroughs in the present day and learn how to parent them, then that can be really powerful. Or be open to connecting with someone from the past. This is for some of you as well. This can be more in actually the 3D, about if someone reaches out from the past. Can you be, this is obviously personal choice, but can you be open to them and see what can come from reconnecting with them? What do they have to offer? Even getting closure can be healing, you know, so even if you can reconnect with this person, see what they have to say maybe, and then you may choose to walk away from that even after that, but maybe being open to hearing what they have to say and choosing to walk away can then give you some closure as well. That's for some of you a message coming through. Remember, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But group number 1, that was your reading. I hope it did resonate with you. If it did, please do give me a thumbs up, leave any comments down below, and please do consider subscribing if you haven't already, so you'll be notified for all future uploads. But wishing you all the best with embracing your future blessings. Love and light. Hey group number 2, and welcome to your reading. So you chose the Modern Witch Tarot deck and this particular star card, which is very close to the traditional Rider-Waite tarot card. We see a woman here who has one foot in the water, which represents to me kind of the spiritual dream time where our wishes, hopes and dreams live. And then this is one foot in the here and now in the 3D world and trying to, in a way, harmonize and bridge that gap. She's watering the here and now with the dreams and her hopes and dreams. The water from there, she's watering the earth and the 3D ground with that. So that's beautiful energy to start off with. Let's get into the rest of your cards. I've obviously shuffled and pulled them already. Let's get into it with placement number 1, which is the unexpected blessing coming your way. This card reveals a blessing that will come as a surprise, maybe something you may not see coming, but it will be deeply appreciated. We have the beautiful Page of Cups. So we have a woman here. It doesn't matter about gender, okay, just disregard that. But the Page of Cups is an offering coming through, okay? For some of you with cups, it can be, for what I first saw, what first came through when I saw this was an apology, a heartfelt apology. So that can be for some of you, if you've been waiting on that, or you may have actually not been waiting on it and it be unexpected, because this is in a placement of it may come as a surprise. So it can be something heartfelt. With it being cups, this can be for some of you, it can be love and romance related. So this could be a love offering that comes out of the blue, either from someone who you weren't expecting it from, someone maybe totally new, or someone that you know that you didn't feel like you were on a romantic path with. For others, it can be an offering that comes through. So if love and romance is not a priority for you, this is not where your direction is coming from. It can be say even like a job opportunity, but it's related to something that is close to your heart. It will bring you that kind of joy and happiness in the heart chakra area. This is something that means a lot to you, because Cups has a very gentle energy. It's ruled by the element of water, so it's all tied up in our emotions, okay, in our feelings. It has that Piscean kind of energy, that element of magic, okay? So it's not just a practical gift, it's something that hits a little deeper than that within its meaning. Yeah, so take what resonates with that to your personal situation, or we can actually see it for some of you, like I said, an actual person coming through with some kind of love offering, which may take you by surprise, okay, you not see it coming. What a nice energy to start off with, yeah? Let's get into the second placement, which is the gift of growth. This card represents a blessing that will help you evolve spiritually, emotionally, and materially. It's a gift that pushes you towards your highest potential. This is a really interesting placement, I believe. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Interestingly, another offering. To me, this says Knight of Pentacles, someone coming through with this pentacle. Some of you may be faced with two love options. Just want to say that off the bat, that is a message for some of you, where if love and romance is something that you have been working towards, hoping to usher in, this can be two different people offering different things to you. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles has a very different energy to the Page of Cups. Knight of Pentacles is more grounded, is more practical, is more what's the word, it's more in the here and now, this kind of 3D energy, if that makes sense. It's more stable, but it's kind of less magical. That doesn't mean it all depends kind of what you want and what resonates for you in a commitment. For others, again, it can be maybe a different opportunity materially, just with it being Pentacles. This is connected to work opportunities, finance, financial improvements, and progressing along a certain path. So I do feel like you will be kind of presented with a choice. The Knight of Pentacles also has a requirement, a kind of need for patience as well. So if you want to pursue this kind of energy, the Knight of Pentacles, so this is, let's remember where this placement is, which is a blessing that will help you evolve. So it's going to push you in some way as well. So it does require some kind of work, effort, consistency. If we bring this Knight of Pentacles energy to it, it's about showing up every day and doing what needs to be done in order to get where you want to go. Okay, so this could even be capitalizing on this Page of Cups energy, so the gift comes in, yeah, and then the Knight of Pentacles energy is almost like the reality check of what comes after that, which is getting up every day, getting dressed, brushing our teeth, having breakfast, and getting out the door and going to work and doing what needs to be done. And how that can feel like frustrating, slow progress sometimes as well, with the Knight of Pentacles, about getting to where we want to go. So take these gifts. You have got a lot of gifts coming towards you, emotional, financial opportunities, love opportunities, whatever resonates with you here, okay? There is lots of gifts coming towards you for sure. That is very clear. Knight of Pentacles just brings that extra message about also your energy needing to be consistent to capitalizing on these gifts, and really the reality as well of when this gift comes towards you, then it's kind of the question, where do we go? We've got to actually do something with this gift now and make it work and make it happen. So I hope that resonates. Let's move on to the final placement now, which is how to receive your blessing, which is an interesting placement because it brings the message that even the greatest gift requires an openness and alignment, which I think is so true, and which is overlooked a lot of the time, about how we can resist. It can be difficult and challenging to actually receive gifts with an open heart, and like we've seen, to kind of know what to do with them when they do come through. There can be a lot of fear about receiving. There can be a lot of questions about worthiness can come up for some people as well. Whatever your blocks might be, okay, this is very common. Know that it's very common. And it can be, it's almost natural to have some resistance to gifts. So this placement's really helpful because it can give us insight in what's required to receive, how to welcome and embrace this blessing that is ahead of you. Six of Wands. So this is about not shying away from it. Again, the sort of question a bit of self-worth. Six of Wands is when it's victorious energy, okay? It's about kind of winning and being acknowledged. This is where I see that you are going, and this is the potential. But there's also, with this card, Six of Wands, it's very much about almost being on display, about being very seen. So this could be, if it was a relationship, a one-to-one, there can be quite something scary about when we are very seen. And someone, may have come through who, thinks the world of you, and you finally kind of got what you wanted. Someone really sees you, and this can be, we can feel quite exposed. For some of you, it may be in work or some kind of success, about it's almost like I'm getting the image, if you promote something online, even about kind of going viral and how that's exciting. But it's kind of also terrifying that thousands of people kind of can see if suddenly the attention is on you. That's what I feel like with this Six of Wands. So be mindful of this when this does happen, when you are the Six of Wands, when you are atop this beautiful white horse, when you are walking your victory walk. Yes, this is the Six of Wands, the victory walk. Almost I'm hearing like coming back a hero. This kind of energy, okay, there is a card of success. It's a card of victory, no doubt. So this is what, so many blessings. So, every card here is positive. Every card here is an offering or success, yeah. But remember this placement, how to receive your blessing. Embrace this, okay? Don't shy away from it. Try to breathe through those fears of feeling exposed or feeling vulnerable in a way, because we are now being seen and have this attention. Try to embrace it. Try to enjoy it even. Okay, group number 2, that was your reading. I hope it resonated for you. Please give me a thumbs up if it did. Leave any comments down below about how it resonated for you, what energy you'd like to claim from this reading. And please do consider subscribing if you haven't already, so you'll be notified for all future readings. But wishing you all the best with all these blessings coming towards you, group number 2. Love and light. Hey group number 3, and welcome to your reading. You chose the Guardian of the Night Star card. This has a really beautiful energy. It has such a purity to it, to me. This star representing a kind of wish upon a star, with this strong stag at the front here, magic dusted on its antlers here, stoic, but full of purity and knowing, a knowledge of higher meaning and being connected to spirit, God, the universe, whatever you would like to call it, okay, and allowing that to be our guiding light ultimately, yeah? Let's put that to the side and jump into the rest of your cards. I've obviously shuffled and picked them. And let's dive into placement number 1, which is the unexpected blessings coming your way. Okay, so this card will reveal a blessing that will come as a surprise, something that you may not see coming, but will be deeply appreciated. It's exciting. Wonderful. This magical Three of Wands. Three of Wands is wands, firstly, our ambitions, our passions, our heart's desired, ruled by the element of fire, okay? This is not about what's logical, this is about what we deeply desire and what puts fire in our bellies, okay, and drives us. And it may be, has this kind of energy as well about, it may not be the straightforward path for you. You may have some conflicts about if your heart's desires are, you may have tried to put this fire out for some of you, okay, is what I'm hearing, but it keeps reigniting. It's like this voice from somewhere deep inside of us that keeps calling out, okay? It's our life force, it's our passions, and they don't always fall into boxes, fall into line, okay, and do what they're told. So this could be a connection with someone, this could be to do with your career, about needing to, the whole energy of Three of Wands is kind of needing to expand, needing to grow as a person, and it's about the future and what our future holds. And I feel like there's this passion that keeps erupting up in you, keeps burning and pushing you, that is asking for more, that is dissatisfied maybe with where you're at now, and you've tried to be okay with where you're at now, but this voice, this feeling keeps crackling like a fire, keeps rising up and won't be put out. It's pushing you on, okay? It's pushing you on. And this Three of Wands is that opportunity. In the traditional deck, it's about the promise of the ships coming in. It's about you've waited, okay? This is waiting on the shoreline in the traditional deck. Or here we have a bird that is waiting here on this branch. This bird is clinging to this wand, but it's waiting. Essentially, the message with the Three of Wands is don't give up, okay? This opportunity that you are waiting for, maybe secretly for, even, maybe it's hard to even admit to yourself that you really want this, or you may be quite open about it. You know, this is a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. But this is waiting for an opportunity, so waiting for someone to come back to you, waiting for an opportunity of a situation to come to you, like a new job opportunity, a new relationship. You know, it can be endless of what this opportunity is, but these ships represent that door opening to that other world, okay, which is connected to your passions and your heartfelt desires. With it being an unexpected blessing, some of you may have, like I've touched on, sort of tried to give up on this, but it won't give up on you, is what I hear. So this is on its way to you, okay? This expansion, the universe will present you an opportunity. Free will, you know, if you take it or not, but I believe that you will, because really deeply you do want this. So I would encourage you to take it, to expand your world, expand your life. So whatever that means to you, in what world, something about where you're at now is too small for you, and is dissatisfied, and we need to expand our world, and this chance is coming to you. Group number 3. How exciting. No small start there. You know, this was kicking off with some big messages there for you, really life-changing messages. Let's move on to placement number 2, which is the gift of growth. This card represents a blessing that will help you evolve, so spiritually, emotionally, or materially. It's a gift that pushes us towards our highest potential, even this first card is kind of that energy, yeah? It's pushing you to your highest potential. But I'm interested to see what this says as well, even digging deeper into this. Okay, Ten of Swords. This is about the end of some kind of suffering for you. This is definitely a blessing, okay? You've been through a lot, group number 3. Whenever we see the Ten of Swords, there's a lot of pain, there's a lot of suffering in this card. It's like with the Ten of Swords, it's the worst has happened. It can often feel like, okay? You know, there's kind of deep fears that when we're in a situation, we kind of pray to God that it doesn't happen. And then it does, yeah? Not always, but sometimes then it does. And it can be really earth-shattering stuff, okay? Oof, it can feel like we see this creature who is, you know, has so many knives in them. So this is something that didn't just happen once, you know, it was over a period of time. It was a lot of cuts, a lot of knives in the back, a lot of knives in the heart. But with the Ten of Swords, the silver lining is that the worst is over. There is an ending, there is closure to this cycle, to this painful period, whatever area it manifested in for you, okay? After the 10, we're able to start something fresh with an ace. And this is a blessing. The blessing is that there is closure on this period. And then it's almost like we would be able to move into more this 3 of Wands energy, begin to look to the future again, okay? Begin to embrace new opportunities and blessings like this that come our way. So yeah, that is very much a blessing, that there is an end to some kind of cycle of pain and suffering for you on its way to group number 3. Let's move on to the final card. This is how to receive your blessing. So this has a very important message that often isn't discussed when we look at blessings, about that even the greatest gifts can require a certain openness and alignment. Many people can have a lot of resistance to receiving gifts, okay? Sometimes we may be someone who naturally gives, and receiving is tricky for us. Or there can be issues of worthiness. It can be about, if we get the gift, what do we do with it, you know? All these kind of blocks and energies can surround us, because the universe and God is always wanting to give to us and gift us our blessings. But a lot of us have, all of us even I would say, would have blocks and resistance. So this card will show us how to welcome and embrace the blessings heading your way, specifically group number 3. So this is how to embrace them. We have a major arcana and we have the Hanged Man. There is no more action left to do for you. You've done all the work, group number 3. The Hanged Man is about the need instead for internal change, okay, about change of perspective. So there is a situation that you have been dealing with. Take whatever this resonates to your personal situation, where you have had this suffering, I believe, and have felt at times, and may still feel stuck, really, okay? We talked about in the past here even, you know, about trying to almost be happy with your situation, but the kind of fight for life and the fight for passion would not die down. But we maybe couldn't see a path forward. With the Hanged Man, it's often like an uncomfortable position to be in at times. But we really do just need to surrender to the situation as much as we can. It doesn't mean that we're giving up. It doesn't mean that we're surrendering to that this is how life is going to be forever, okay? But the more we struggle, the more painful it becomes, the more energy that we actually waste. So conserve your energy. This is how to receive your blessing, group number 3. Conserve your energy. Stop fighting, stop spinning on the pin, okay? And try to do some internal work, if that is through prayer, meditation, finding that inner peace, and also working on a different perspective. And by that I mean it's about still being able to look at a situation and see what can, however small, what can be, am I still gaining from this situation? What is this bringing me? But if you resist it, this will just make it more painful. So try to switch it up, switch up the energy, and focus instead of on perspective, instead of maybe trying to change the situation all the time and focus on action. We need to shift away from that and shift instead towards acceptance and perspective, because we know that this opportunity, which is going to set you free of wands, is about freedom and expansion. It is on its way to you. So this will help you be more at peace, I hope, to trust the ships are coming, the opportunity is coming, but we just need to wait. It's not easy, it is tricky. The Hanged Man, it's not particularly comfortable, but if we can at least know when we're in this position that it is on its way, then that can bring us some peace. And maybe there's even something to be gained in the waiting period that we can't yet see. So dig a little deeper into that. What can be gained in this period of waiting? Group number 3. And that was your reading. I hope it resonated. If it did, please do give me a thumbs up. Leave any comments below about how this reading did resonate for you. It's always great to get feedback. And if you haven't subscribed, please do consider subscribing so you'll be notified for all future uploads. But wishing you all the best, group number 3, with this situation and with your blessings that are on their way to you. Love and light.